The FGC loves a good story. A young black kid from Delaware goes from an injustice prodigy to one of the most accomplished top players in fighting games by their mid-20s. An unknown from Pakistan puts the entire Tekken world on notice by claiming 2 EVO championships in a single year. And those are just some of the more recent stories. Today, I have another story for you all. One that the OGs can relate to and one that the newer generation can appreciate. Today, let's talk about Bodied by FGC writer and journalist Eli Horowitz. Our story follows Maya, a 20-year-old Marvel 3 player at a small arcade in New York City. Maya's life has been pretty rough for as long as she can remember. She works early shifts at the post office, she gets her bike trashed in an accident, her landlord keeps increasing her rent, and her mom keeps cycling in and out of really terrible relationships. But all those problems go away the second she enters 2-Up Arcade. Falling on hard times, Maya conjures up a plan to win every marble bracket she enters and use the winnings to solve her rent issue and get herself a new bike, because we're over here making the big bucks in the FGC. Her ambitions are put on hold when she catches the attention of 2-Up's best Street Fighter player, L-Train. When L-Train hears her talking trash about Street Fighter, he challenges her to a 1-to-5 in her own game to show what he's capable of. And I'm sure that based on both the title and the cover art of this book, you can probably guess how this turned out. The exhibition turns into a huge learning experience for Maya and leads her down the path of not only understanding fighting games better, but it also helps her come to terms with her relationship with her family, her friends, and even herself. Bodied follows Maya's character arc, and each subsequent story arc introduces her to one of the key aspects of being a part of the fighting game community, from the regional rivalries to going to majors. The supporting cast from L-Train to fellow Marvel 3 players Aldo and Adler are likable and help to flesh out the 2-Up fighting game community with a diverse set of personalities. It's a nice reflection of the variety of people that you'll find in your own locals, with their own stories, backgrounds, and their own unique playstyles. This book was written for fighting game fans. As you can assume from the title, Bodied uses a lot of the terms that those in the fighting game community are very familiar with, so having a light familiarity with them helps. And if you don't know anything, then pull out the FGC glossary. With that said, Horowitz provides a lot of real-life analogies to help explain certain fighting game concepts, such as matchups. So even if you aren't super familiar with FGC culture, you'll still be able to keep up and enjoy the experience. This alone makes this book a worthy introductory piece into the fighting game community. Bodied also makes references to certain historical events that happen in the FGC, but I'll leave you to guess which ones those are. If you're familiar with reading traditional novels, then some of the formatting of the text itself might be a little foreign to you. Back and forth dialogue is formatted less like a traditional novel in some cases and more like a live stream chat. It's a choice that I feel will make this book a little bit more approachable for those who don't frequently read novels, but for those who do, it might be a bit of a jarring experience at first. I will say that this formatting does help to depict messages from this world's version of Twitch chat, so that always helps. As someone who's been in the FGC for a number of years, this whole book felt like a joyride through some of my happiest memories in the fighting game community. What it was like going to my first local, the pressure of playing on stream, building my friend circle, getting food after locals, attending my first major even. Bodied allows you to feel like you're discovering the fighting game community all over again with all of its interesting people and quirks. You get so caught up in the journey that when it ends, it hits like a truck. I felt the weight of this story for a number of days after I read it, but that's just something you're gonna have to experience for yourself. Bodied stands as one of the best reflections on fighting games and FGC culture that I've seen in fiction. If you're looking for a light read on your next flight to Combo Breaker or EVO, or if you're just looking for something to fill in the time as you're waiting for your next match, I would highly suggest that you give Bodied a shot. I'll leave a link to the book in the description. Let me know in the comments if you're going to be checking out Bodied for yourself, and also while you're down there, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more videos about fighting games and fighting game culture. If Bodied has you craving for more stories like it, then here are a couple of manga series that you can check out that are centered around fighting games, featuring a certain panel you might be familiar with. Thank you guys for watching. I've been ShaolinPretzels, and as always, stay salty.